Hello everyone, welcome back to IdArmory Reviews. I'm IdArmory and this is kind of different. There isn't actually a figure here at the start, no fancy intro, no patches of grass and rocks, just Studio Series 86 Jazz, who I reviewed last time I was on this channel. And today I want to talk about something that, recently came out, and it has to do, of course, with Toyhax. If you saw the end of my collectible close-up on Jazz, link in the description, all that, typical shilling. So, this came out really fast, and of course the reason why is because this is a very good figure, in my opinion. Very fine. It's just, I think a lot of people did not like kind of how simplified his color palette was in both car and robot mode. And as a result, it seems like the guys over at Toyhax just kind of sped fast, and they gave us this sticker set. Ooh, forgot one more. Now, I've actually bought stuff from Toyhax before, literally, as in, I've had a few experiences with their stickers in the past. Namely, I've gotten the Abominus stuff, the Windblade stuff, and Mindwipe from Titan's Return. But the thing was that they were all already pre-applied because I either bought them from Toyhax at TFCon 2019, which feels so long ago, or I got that Windblade secondhand from a guy on Twitter, and he already applied the Repros. So this is going to be my first time actually putting stickers on, Jazz himself. Let's take a look at them. This is my first time doing it. It's like really interesting. So first we have these silver-backed stickers, and I've seen Patriot Prime's review on these already, so I do know where some of them will probably go, but like all these window stickers, you have what I believe are gonna go on to spoiler. I'm gonna assume these are like headlights. These I know go on to shoulders. And then we have, these are what I'm really excited to apply. All these stickers with 3 different layers, or like many more stripes than what Jazz has to begin with. And I am so hyped for this because, even though I love the, animation style of the Generation 1 cartoon, I'm a stickler for like animation models with toy details. So like these, oh my god, they look so good. So I'm really excited to put those on. Next, we have our big sheet. Ooh, this is a big one. I'm gonna have to put Jazz over here for a sec. I'll put it like this. And the big ones to notice is just look at that striping. Oh my god, it looks fantastic. Then you get, I believe these go on the sides of the spoiler, these Martini Porsche ones. You have the door labels, which give them the proper 4 instead of the, instead of the 14 he got, with the Martini logo again. And then we got a bunch of labels: Martini Porsche, Martini Racing, Agent Meister, his Japanese name, and Martini and Rossi. Those will go, I believe, up here. And then also we have what I believe are going to be chest labels to go over his existing chest. I'm probably going to go with this one, spoilers. Also, a quick question I'm gonna ask now instead of like go on Twitter and ask, how did they get away with using like actual labels and stuff? If someone smarter than me knows that, please like drop it in the comments, because that's something that always ponders my mind. But moving on, this is my favorite sheet, definitely. Well, aside from those toy accurate stripes, the chrome backed labels of like all kinds of toy, based stuff. Yeah, I think you can see me in the camera, maybe. Well, you can see my phone, but you got all these like techie details, and like this is what I live for on a figure. I guess most notably are what looks to be like I'm assuming a Porsche logo right here. Zoom in really far. Just look at that. That is tiny. And additionally, you get a toy accurate silver visor and a cartoon accurate blue visor. Last but not least, zooming back in, we have the smallest sheet, which I don't really know my stickers, like, just being honest, but just a ton of more logos that I assume would get Toyhax sued, but they're able to avoid it. Again, I really don't know how they do this stuff, so again, let me know. So you got Porsche, Martini, Shell, Roche, I don't know what Roche is, to be quite honest. Dunlop, what the heck is this, Turbo Loader? I assume these, again, are all real. Some of them are obviously real, I don't know if they're all real, but yeah. So, you guys are gonna, see what I decide to do with Jazz in an instant, but for me, I'm about to have an existential crisis when it comes to deciding what is gonna go on Jazz. So, I'll see you guys then. Alright, after a stickering process, which actually did take a few hours, but for my first one, doing it on a transformer from Toyhax, it was actually really fun, and getting to like choose everything how I wanted it. It felt like a lot of customizing without all the paint and all the tears from having to repaint things, but that's besides the point. Here it is. Here is Studio Series Jazz with all his Reprolabels applied that I decided to put on, and oh my god, what a straight upgrade. Like, when I finished it, I felt like so proud of myself, and I definitely thought, hey, that $10 plus postage was way worth it. So starting kind of in the chest area, because like the head only gets one sticker, but oh my gosh, just look at that blue shining. So pretty, honestly. And of course, the main thing I kind of complained about in the review was how simple the striping was, but just look at it now with just how far down the stripes go. And I went with the Autobot symbol up front instead of either the 4 or just the plain one, and I also went with the plain one up here instead of Autobot or 4. Rotating it around, that stripe does continue down, and you'll see more of it as we go into vehicle mode later. And I didn't apply the Windows stickers on because I'm not really a fan of those kinds of stuff, cell shaded, shadowed, all that. But I also chose Martini Porsche on there because G1 Toy had it like that. And just kind of going down, one of the big things you notice on the hood of the car is just all the labels, like the Martini logo, which is actually a sticker itself, and then you place the grill sticker on top of it in that wonderful chrome. Look at that shine. Whew. And you see we have like Turbo Ladder, that one says. You got Shell. This one says Bilstein, Bosch and Shell. And then down to the legs, we got Martini Porsche here and Martini Porsche on these spoilers, but you'll see how that looks together in lot mode. And then we have half Martini logo on each side at the bottom of the feet. So all these racing liveries really gives this like a exhaust or wheeljack feel. And then my favorite thing about the entire figure, well now, other than the stripes, are like all the wonderful toy decals. So we have one on the abs. Ooh, we have one on the knees, up on the above the feet. These really clever ones on the side of the feet that when you fold this up for transformation, they just kind of hide away, like, you know, there's a bit there, but really cool. And the ones, I think I forgot to mention the ones here on the waist, which don't actually cover up the blue, so like the blue pops a bit. And I don't know if there's any more toy accurate ones around, but oh god, they are excellent. I live for that kind of stuff. And some miscellaneous ones that appear are these kind of target reticle looking ones that appear on the shoulders. The black bands on the arms are a nice add-on. I didn't really think about applying them at first, but I do not regret it now because they just help pop a little bit. Anything else? Oh, I love the vents here on the inside, and like, it looks so good. And my main worry actually going in was that these guys would peel easily, but for my first kit I applied myself, everything just sticks on super well. And yeah, I don't regret this one bit. I really am proud of how I applied it, and the guys at Toyhax just did a wonderful job. So let's get Jazz in his vehicle mode so you can see how much better that turned out to be. And after transforming it back to car mode, here's the main reason I even went out and bought that repro set as soon as I saw it on Toyhax's page, the car mode. And this is everything I pretty much wanted, because it takes a kind of big stance at being a mix of like the Generation 1 toy and the show model. And like I said during the sticker part, you do have the options for realistic or G1 toy, and I went with realistic, but like, it's just thicker lines. But just look at all of it. It's like, oh god, I can't explain it, but like, this is just way better because everything's actually like properly detailed like a real racing car. And even better, like everything, all the racing livery just pops more. Like, look at that, dude. I see why people really like the exhaust and smoke screen and wheeljack kits now. And it goes all throughout the vehicle, from all the ones on the front of the figure in his robot mode to the big Martini logos on the sides. And I know some people have had issues, like when you get this, be careful to make sure that your this doesn't curl up when you bend it up and down, like kind of like this. I've heard people have problems with this sticker like that. I'd recommend doing it kind of in an in-between part, applying those stickers instead of in vehicle mode or in robot mode. But moving on from that, just looking around, and I just love these stripes so much. I don't know if the real Porsche is like that. I'll take a look after the video just for curiosity's sake, but I do kind of wish there's the option to like have this extend over to the front bumper, but I assume just with how thin that is, that's pretty much possible. And last thing I want to bring up, well actually second to last, is just look at how many stickers they had to use to actually get the appearance of the stripe right. Actually, I'll do it from this way. From the Autobot symbol all the way up to pretty much the windows, you see they even gave you free little stickers to do that. Anything else is, oh, the back. This really helps to make the back look better. The thrusters, or just the engines, I don't know what you call it. You guys know me, I'm not an automotive person. You flip them down in robot mode, and they even form like little boosters for his feet, so that's like a neat coincidental thing, but obviously they're just exhaust ports. That's what they're, exhaust ports. And the lights are really nice. And then the one part I flubbed up on my part is the Martini logo. That's on me, not on the designers. Last thing is, I really appreciate, just like I said, all the minute details, including, most notably, in my opinion, they gave you stickers for the mirrors. That's like, it's crazy. So it just works so well for the car mode. This is definitely like what made this whole set worth it. And so that was my look at SS86 Jazz's Reprolabels, and that concludes our look at Studio Series 86 Jazz. I never thought I'd spend 2 videos talking about one figure, but honestly, I think after you get these Reprolabels, it's for the time being as good as it gets for a Generation 1 Jazz. Like I mentioned though, if I ever get United Jazz, that's gonna be a tough fight like between the two, but honestly, I think I'd rather get United Ricochet at this point. But overall, if you see Jazz in stores, yeah, definitely get them. If you see Jazz in stores, then you have to go buy the Reprolabels. The only thing I feel like is missing at this point, you know, personally, is the ability for door wings, but I've realized that's kind of impossible at this point. Plus, not enough shoulder cannon, or any other company that makes a shoulder cannon would be like quite fantastic. But point aside, I hope you guys enjoyed my first look at a Reprolabels kit. I know in the coming months I'll definitely be grabbing a ton more, since this kind of got me hooked onto the whole sticker up your Transformers subgenre of this fandom. So expect those in the future. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time, and take care. Bye.